Welcome. We have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review is Hitman, a Netflix original. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. So this movie just released on Netflix on June 7th. It became like number one for the weekend on Netflix. Uh, okay movie. Let's just go over synopsis. Professor moonlighting as a hitman of sorts for his city police department descends into dangerous dubious territory when he finds himself attracted to a woman who enlists for his services. Now, let's go over the cast. So the cast, then you gotta pay attention to a few people. Glenn Powell plays as Gary Johnson. Adria Arjona plays as Madison Figueroa. Austin Emilio plays as Jasper. Rita plays as Claudette. Sanjo Rayo plays as Phil. Molly Bernard plays as Alicia. Evan Holtzman plays as Ray. Graylin Brian Banks plays as Sergeant Hank. And was it anybody else? That's pretty much it. So let's go over the movie. So this movie, like I said, it started off Gary Johnson. He's a professor, and he's at a university in New Orleans, and he's doing this professor thing. Now, on the side, what he does is he's working with the local police department to catch people that hire hitmen to do assassins and stuff like that. So the lead guy who normally does everything is Jasper, plays played by Austin Emilio. Now, Austin Emilio, if you're familiar with him, he plays in Fear of the Dead, the spinoff from The Walking of the Dead. That's where I remember him from. But nevertheless, so Jasper is out on leave, and so they need a fill-in, and so in gets Gary, and what Gary is pretty much was doing all the behind the scenes, but now he actually has to do the undercover. So the work that they do, they come in as an undercover, and then they go in, listen to these people say why they want to do a hit on somebody, and actually once they get them to agree the money transfer on that they actually want to do the hit, the police come in and pretty much lock them up or whatever. So hitman for hire. So Jasper goes in, and he was like a natural at it, and he really did the leg work. He studied the profile of the people he was meeting. He came in different disguises, and he met with these people, and he was getting a lot of people locked up, so much that he was easier to work with than Jasper. So when Jasper came off of leave, they wanted to keep Gary on. Jasper, of course, he didn't feel that. So what took place from here, he met he met Madison. And so Madison was she was in an abusive relationship with her boyfriend, and she wanted to get out. So when he went on to get her, hitman for hire, he took a liking to her. So he kind of didn't set her up to pretty much agree to the hit. So the cops didn't lock her up. He became fond of her, and of course him and her hit it off, and that's where the love spark comes, and he started dating her. Meanwhile, he didn't let, of course, the police department know that he was dating her. Jasper started to pay attention and look into it, found out he was messing with her. So now while Gary was out with Madison on a date one night, they ran into the ex-husband, and so, well, not ex-husband. She's Gary go through a divorce, so the husband was basically pushed up on her. But Jasper had a gun, and he pulled it out on the husband, pretty much told him to back off. Husband was still upset, so now the husband reached out for hitman to hire. He wanted Gary's character to kill his ex-wife, his ex-wife to be, and kill her boyfriend, which is Gary or whatever. But the reason why he couldn't see Gary at the time, because Gary told him look forward, don't turn around and look at him. So what happens is when Gary started to realize he wanted him killed as well, he told the husband, to turn around. And when he turned around, Gary got to see. I mean, the husband got to see it was him. So he ran up out of the diner. So Gary, of course, went and told the wife that he went to hire somebody to kill him and her, and he pretty much told the wife who he was. Now the wife, Madison, she didn't know Gary was a real hitman and he was undercover, but he fell in love with her and everything like that. So she pretty much, they wanted, the police department wanted uh, Gary to set her up and get her to confess on everything. Now, what happened was the husband ended up turning up dead, and what happened is Madison killed the husband. So she killed the husband or whatever, and they wanted the police department wanted Gary to set her up, and so Gary was typing on a text and pretty much telling her what to say because he was wired, and so she went along with it. So then Jasper, while they was on a date one time, he out of nowhere ran into him and he said, "Do I know you somewhere?" To Madison, and he pretty much was talking to Gary, and so Jasper was showing like he was upset. He was already upset that Gary took his spot as being the lead undercover for this position, but now he's looking at there was an insurance plan that the husband took out for $1 million, and that Madison was gonna come into that money. So now he looking at I want to be paid, or I'm gonna blow y'all cover. So he pretty much set up an arrangement to meet with Madison and Gary. And so what he didn't know that Madison slipped some poison in his drink, his beer, and he started to he croaked over pretty much. And Gary was sitting there like, and then Madison was like, "Am I wrong?" So she like, it's comedic, humorous that she just killed two people and Gary was still in love with her. So after that, it fast forward. They had two kids together and they lived on. So it was overall a decent movie to watch. If you not, it's not over the top. It's not must see. It's just something if you looking for something to watch, take a look at it. You definitely can see it being a part two because you got to find out who Madison is uh, officially because she has no problem with killing. It didn't bother her to kill her husband or kill Jasper. So nevertheless, um, we'll see how if it becomes a hit, enough viewership, if it becomes a part two. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Out of my 4-star rating system, I give it a 2 out of 4 stars. Nothing over the top to watch, just something, looking for something to watch on Netflix. Take a look at it. Till next time.